Hello, welcome to Cognition. My name's Elliot. Today we're presenting EaaS, which is Executive as a Service. This is a dashboard that we put together for our firm. And what we do is basically use AI to provide data analysis, goal alignment, actionable insights from that data analysis that pertain to your goal, and whether it's a human or an agent swarm collaboration, the idea is that it makes your business more efficient using AI. So, with that said, first, the human element of it, I think there's a really important point to consider is that we have uh, linear thought and a biased way of thinking. Um, Particularly, normalcy bias is a form of cognitive dissonance, the refusal to plan for or react to a disaster which has never happened before. So, and I mentioned that because I think we're at a point in AI that we thought we would never get here, but we've seen many a times, and we've miscalculated how fast computer models and computer algorithms can beat us humans at our own games. So the age of AI actually started in the 1940s, where Mr. Warren McCullough and Walter Pitts created a model of the neuron. So, really quick anatomy and physiology review here. You have an actual neuron, a human neuron, or animal neuron, I should say. And in this neuron, what happens is whether it's dopamine, epinephrine, or some other type of neurotransmitter activates the dendrites, and the reaction takes place here, whether there's enough of the dopamine or enough of the cell activation to then send an actual potential that will send a message to the axon terminals and their synapses with other cells and other dendrites to send a message. So the cell basically has one function, and is that action potential. Uh, it might be a mild action potential, a strong one, or none. But it comes down to those three things really in a neuron. Um, so they modeled this, and they did an excellent job of using a set of functions here represented by the weights, where other functions or inputs carry the message of that function, and then certain things happens to whether it either activates this artificial neuron or it doesn't. In 1943, Warren McCullough and Walter Pitts did not have enough computing power to really access the power of this artificial intelligence neuron. But later on, when we started to get more compute power, and specifically GPU started to come online, we, and I say we, I should say they, all the labs started to put these models together, specifically deep neural networks, where they connect a bunch of these AI neuron into a neural net with input layers, output layers. Then transformers came about, which is basically transforming a set type of data to another data, but using deep neural networks. So this was an exciting time. And the point was, with all that, is that we're quick to say that we would never get there. It would never happen. A computer would never beat a person at chess, they said. In 2006, they used brute force to do just that with Mr. Vladimir Kramnik. But in 2017 was actually a huge milestone in the AI space. And I don't know what you were doing in 2017, but I was watching this closely. I wasn't exactly coding Python yet, but this got me really interested in AI. And the reason is because Lee Sedol, who is a national phenomenon in this game Go that I had no clue about, turns out that in order to win the game Go, memory in itself is not a usable type of variable. You would have to memorize 10 to the 170th power possible moves and strategies in a brute force type of attack using AI or using an algorithm. But that's not feasibly doable. That's more stars than there are in the universe. That that type of number. So in order to win at Go, you need intuition because there's so many strategies and there's so many moves that it's really intuition about your opponent and where the game is going. So the milestone here was that DeepMind learned to play like a human. And they said that that would never happen. What got me thinking about AI initially was a book by Ray Kurzweil called The Singularity is Near. And in this book, he mentions that there are 5 technologies that are completely changed the paradigm of what we are as humans. And one of those he had talked about when the book came out, and I believe it was in the early 2000s, that AI was one of them. Why it matters that Ray Kurzweil wrote the book is because his predictions have been pretty accurate since he started working on making predictions. Now, he had accurately predicted computers would be in every household back in the 70s. So, because Ray Kurzweil has been around for a long time. But the important predictions in 2011 that he had made was that by 2015, it surpasses brain power of a human mouse. We saw that in 2017. AlphaGo beat Lee Sedol. And he had predicted that in 2023, somewhere around here, that it surpasses brain power of a human in 2023. So, and the reason, again, that this is a mathematical formula, if we're looking at Moore's Law, we're looking at the price of compute decreasing with the exponential increase in transistors. Moore's Law is specific to transistors, but transistors, what they do is compute algorithms. So again, this is an earlier prediction, and where he was looking at the early 2020s that the human brain was the measure of computing power. So what does that mean? Well, we can see some of the effects of that right now, right? Where AI is gaining jobs and humans are losing jobs. And those are jobs done by humans. So that's an obvious indicator. So 30% of businesses leaders say AI replace workers. 29 of their work are replaceable by AI. The employees, according to the employees, say that 29% of their work are replaceable by AI. So I would say that in 2024, we're on track with that prediction. So 56% of businesses improve and perfect business operations using AI. 47% of businesses use digital personal assistants in 2024. And in 2024, this was a survey done with 750 firms in the United States. 22% are aggressively using AI, 33% use limited AI tools, and 45% are just exploring. But the power of AI is exponential, right? And we struggle with what that means and why it matters when it comes to corporate transformations. Now, if your opponent is using artificial neural nets and it's using AI tools to handle customer relations and manage your data, then I mean they're also looking to grow those tools exponentially. And the power of those tools grow exponentially. So if we were to visualize this, and instead of week, which is I think a more accurate measure would be like a yearly based on that exponential curve that we saw, we could say that maybe by week 3, that be similar to saying year 3, in where in 2023, if year 0 is where 2017 AlphaGo beats Lee Sedol, then we can say year 1, then the power of computing and AI algorithms and all that double. They're actually double right now every 4 to 6 months. Year 4, 2021, we're looking at GPT-3s coming online. 2025 is, I'm sorry, year 5, the GPTs become public. Some of the AI tools become more public. So again, this is AI powers of computing and algorithms doubling about every 6 months right now. And just to keep harping on the point that Moore's law. Every time that there's a report that Moore's law might be slowing, that computing power and computer chip design might be slowing down, then there's a shift in technology or a new breakthrough that keeps Moore's law on course, and it's been happening since the 1960s. And now we're just starting to see quantum computing come online, where it uses quantum mechanics to solve problems much faster than classical computers. And what that means is that um, computing power is about to explode, really. And so the human challenge here is trying to think about this, how, exponential powers of AI and how we can harness that. Because we have a linear thought type of thinking. We make decisions based on what we've seen in the past. We misjudge time frames. We try to predict the future based on what's happening right now. And we're influenced by many, many biases. First impressions, memorable details, hindsight, rationalizing conflicts. But my point here is that what's happening now is something that we've never seen, we've never experienced as a society or as a human being. So how do we harness that, exponential growth or that those AI powers? And I think if we start to think in terms of function and how AI is basically a function of variables and operators that provide an output, then I think that puts us in a better place to start to harness AI. And here's Thomas Garrity explaining what a function is.
Most of us learned at the feet of our parents the following truth. Functions describe the world. Everything is described by functions. The sound of my voice on your eardrum, function. The light that's kind of hitting your eyeballs right now, function. The entries you put in your random matrices, function. It's all function. Different classes in mathematics, different areas in mathematics study different kinds of function. High school math studies second degree one variable polynomials. Calculus studies smooth one variable functions. And it goes on and on. Functions describe the world.
Love that video. So AI is also a function. and it's a computing function, to be honest. And so executive as a service is basically a function where we're looking at your data as one of the variables as it relates to business metrics and your particular goals, so that we can provide an output that's relevant to you and your user case for your business. We start with the main model is the executive agent, which is gonna look for the data, and it's gonna generate action items based on that data. So we make that customizable so that we can use different language models. The language models, all the labs are trying to make them faster and better. So we want to keep up to date with that, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, or Mixtral. And they're tailored to your unique needs. We feed it your policies, your 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 transactions, what it is that how your how your business operates. And so the point is that as a business, you have your goals, and so we spend time to make sure that your goals are aligned with the executive agent. And it's getting the relevant data that it needs to be able to do the analysis that it does with the power that it has. And now, whether we're using a human proxy to execute the action items, or an agent swarm that can also execute those items, because that's the point we're getting to, right? Is that AI in itself can conduct the actions, then uh, then the point there is that the AI is providing support for your business. So we have three plans. The basic plan basically is where we set up the executive agent and the action items that it's going to generate based on your goals and your user data. The pro tier looks to add agent swarms that can themselves uh, conduct the actions. And then a premium tier that includes a digital avatar that can provide computer vision and can interact with you and your client using computer vision and digital avatars. So that's Cognition, and once you sign up, we the initial steps are gathering your goals, are gathering your data sources and your specific needs. We then provide data collection so that we're getting the relevant data for your business, whether it's real estate, construction, or health. So we gather that data, and then we customize the models based on your policies and your goals, so that we can provide the action items. And then the last step here is implementation, where we sit with you so that we understand what it is that like the AI is doing, the action items, and how is it that you grow with implementing those actions that are analyzed by the executive agent. So, in a nutshell, uh, executive as a service is harnessing the power of AI. That's a power that's growing exponentially for your business, so that your business can grow using the AI tools. We don't make the AI tools. The AI tools are done by the labs themselves, whether it's OpenAI and all that stuff. But we are the people that know how to harness it so that your business can grow. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.